I want to take a minute and share with you some thoughts about the EIDL program, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, that millions of entrepreneurs have received since the pandemic started, and many of you have money sitting in your bank accounts. Let's take a minute and talk about what this program is for and is intended for. Historically, the EIDL was designed, and you have to follow the intent of the program, when there's a hurricane or an earthquake, or a business has a traumatic event where they're wiped off, where the store is wiped out. And the government designed a program to give long-term, low-interest money to help business owners and entrepreneurs through the situation. Well, then COVID came, and the government had no idea what to do. There was this massive demand. So they started out, and while the program was historically designed to give any business up to $2 million, they started up and they cut the requirements and made it much faster to get the money, and they gave up to $150,000. And then later on, they increased it to $500,000. And over the last few months, they increased it to $2 million. Many entrepreneurs and business owners are sitting with a lot of money in their accounts from this program. And it almost feels like free money because interest doesn't start, payments aren't due for the first 2 years, even though interest is accruing. I want to caution people about a couple of things. Pay attention to the fine print. There are very specific requirements of what you can and cannot use the money for. You cannot use this money for expansion or growth. The money is designed specifically for specific operating expenses or payroll expenses or payables tied to your recovery from the pandemic. Track how you are spending the money. From the time you got it, set up a system in your accounting system where you can track how you spent it and keep a good record in case you're ever audited. It is unfathomable to me that the government is giving up to $2 million today to business owners and entrepreneurs without any proof of economic injury. It might feel great today, but I can assure you, in 6 months or 12 months, when the political winds change in Washington, as they always do, there will be an Office of Inspector General report, and someone will say, "What were you doing giving billions and billions of dollars out to businesses who didn't need it to recover from the pandemic?" And then, as always happens in Washington, somebody will punch somebody in the face, somebody will give somebody a bloody nose, and then the auditors will come out looking and pick a small percentage of the people to make examples out of, and some people will go to jail. I met a guy, an entrepreneur, a few weeks ago in New Orleans, who proudly told me that he had the best year of his business last year. He just had $2 million wired into his account, and he's using it for a deposit on his jet. In my opinion, he should go to jail. Be careful, folks. For those who need the money, God bless you. Use it well and use it wisely. I know there are many people that were decimated by COVID and by the pandemic. But for those of us who did great and did well, think long and hard about how you're going to use the money. If you've just got the money sitting there just because, and you have no plans to use it, interest is accruing, pay it back, get it off your books, and get on with business.